How is it going, boys and girls? Welcome back to Key West Waterman. How is it going, boys and girls? Welcome back to Key West Waterman. My name is Aaron Young. This is Madeline. My good friend Clayton, and Ashton's up there hiding. You can't see her. Clayton was out a long time ago. He's a good friend of mine from Texas. He is down. Kind of some inclement weather today, but he just wanted to get out and dive, so that's what we're doing. We're in the shallows. Only 7 feet. No real agenda.
Hell yeah.
Doing the real deep tactical stuff today. No real agenda, just kind of getting out and shooting some fish and poking around and see what swims by or what we come across, and I decided I'd bring you along. Welcome back underwater, everybody. Little fuzzy. First and foremost, I know it is super duper annoying. If you have not already, hit the like button. If you support the videos, it helps a ton. Channel's definitely starting to grow, so the more it grows, the more time I can spend making these. And as I've said in the past, I would love to do this full time. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. As always, I try to be realistic in YouTube world. We spent about 2.5 hours in the shallows. If you're wondering if you clicked on the wrong video, you were looking for a giant wahoo, you're on the right video. We started in the shallows earlier in the day, and it was a lot fuzzier than the cameras make it look. For some reason, these GoPro 8s make it look clean, but it was huntable, just not ideal, and there really wasn't a lot of fish around other than some barely legal snappers. And I had Clayton and Madeline with me, who don't dive as nearly as much as I do. And just to be truthful, it was cold and a little bit of fuzzy and not a lot of fish, so it was not very enjoyable. But this was literally the first spot I jumped in on. Ended up snagging a lobster. Fun little clip, so I thought I'd throw it in here. And just to show you that sometimes plans change, and sometimes it's for the better. You can see I poke my head in there, see what I know to be a lobster leg. So I don't have a tickle stick, I kind of just nudge his tentacles with my hands. Don't try to grab them, and I back him out of there and just grab him by the bottom and pluck him out. Hey-o. Not who I was expecting to see.
We can get those right now?
Yeah, they're open until March. Well, April 1st they close. So we had planned on staying inshore, but 2 spots in and it is very murky. You can only see like 8 feet maybe, just not a lot of fish around, so I think we're gonna call an audible and go offshore and maybe do a wahoo drift. Let's go. Woo! Water looks much better out here. We're gonna give wahoo a go. Clayton's never shot one. Or Madeline. Or me today. Let's rock and roll. So if you're not familiar with what's going on, you want to learn a little more about this blue water wahoo hunting, I've got other videos that are a little more in depth that you can check out. Just kind of go over on the channel and watch a few of them. A little more educational. And we spent about 2.5 hours out here drifting. We got a late start. It was probably already 2:30 in the afternoon, and we had some reservations at one of the dessert restaurants in town, so we kind of were in a hurry, pressed on time. This is actually a sailfish that came in, kind of cool. Clayton had never blue water hunted before, never tried for wahoo, never even seen a wahoo in the water, so the whole experience was kind of a learning experience for him. I was trying to explain what's going on with the floats, the float lines, the flashers, what to do if fish approach. And here in just a couple minutes, it's going to get a little hectic, and I'll try to explain what's going on. About 2.5 hours in, he was kind of tired, I was tired, we were over it, we hadn't seen any fish. I think we had discussed and given it a few more minutes. And I pull my head out of the water, look at the boat, and I put my head back in the water behind me where I was looking. And I see this big shadowy figure on the surface swimming at me. So what I do is I click my camera on, turn towards Clayton, I yell, "Get ready, there's fish coming." And by the time I turned, my camera had actually turned on. The fish are approaching me. I saw a big school. There's one big one leading the pack. And I've been looking for this fish for a long time, and I really would have loved to shoot this fish. But My job as a guide is to create opportunities for the people on my boat. And I had to let this fish swim by me. You can't tell yet, but this is the fish of a lifetime for anybody. Clayton drops down, never had shot at a wahoo before, and he put a shot right in the side of it. Just could not believe how that happened. Unbelievable. So this is going to get a little messy and unfold here. I'm just going to let it kind of go raw. I actually wanted to plug one myself because there were so many, and I turned my camera off to make sure it was on, or that way I could restart it and make sure I would record the second shot.
There's like 100 of them.
So right there, turned my camera off, turned it back on. The fish are still swimming around everywhere, and there was a bunch of bigger ones in the school, but I decided not to be greedy and just plug the closest one to me.
Babe, bring the banana gun over here. Where's your buoy? Oh, that's mine. Come over here fast. Get in the boat. Clayton, you shot a stud. Do you see Clayton's buoy?
So there's kind of a lot going on here, especially for a beginner.
Look for Clayton's buoy. He shot a giant one.
Madeline has driven the boat before, but Clayton's fish was so big it took off so far away. We actually, the fish got separated, which is kind of a tricky situation. You kind of just have to make the call as it comes at you on what to do. My fish came up pretty easy. Normally wouldn't horse a fish like this. But I saw how good the shot was, so I wasn't too worried about it. Just staying clear of the line, making sure I'm not wrapped, all that good stuff.
Dude, go get Clayton's buoy. Where's his buoy at? Don't run my line over. Go backwards.
Watching this back over, this whole clip's a little hectic.
Clayton, you need to put a second shot in it. Drop him off in the water, get your back on. Drop him off in the water and then come get me.
So to some of you that may sound a little crazy. I'll try and explain what's going through my head. This late in the afternoon, there was only a couple boats out there. I know everyone that's out there, so I know I'm not going to get run over. Everyone knows what I'm doing. We all know each other. So I was worried about sharks. I wanted Clayton to get over and start working on his fish before the sharks would get to it. What I'm doing, and the reason I stayed in the water, is because I wanted to get all my gear organized before I get back in the boat. I wanted Clayton to get on his fish ASAP. I knew my fish wasn't going to be a problem securing. And I left this clip in there. I know a lot of you guys like sharks and think they're terrifying, but they're really not that big of a deal if you're used to dealing with them. But I sent Madeline over, dropped Clayton off. Just wanted to get, again, everything organized on my end. That way when I get back in the water, I'm ready to roll. I can help Clayton instead of putting two unloaded people in the boat. It's kind of a cluster. And when I hopped back in the water with Clayton to help him, my camera unfortunately would not turn on, so I did not capture putting the second shot in the fish. So this is going to jump forward a little bit. You can see these sharks are getting kind of curious, and they're just checking me out. I have the upper hand here. I'm on the surface. My fish is on me. It's secured. I got nothing to worry about. But this clip's going to jump a little forward, and you're going to see what Clayton ended up putting in the boat here.
Is his fish still on there? Okay. Here, take this. The sharks came up something serious. What? The sharks came up something serious. Clayton shot a stud. Like big.
I could have been late.
Hold on, start driving over there.
Where's the fish?
He's in the back of the boat.
Hold on. Alright guys, so they got him on. Oh my god!
I don't think you understand.
Hold on. Oh my God, Clayton.
My head cam's not working. I gotta get this on camera.
Oh. This thing is giant. Giant. His head. So this is a regular Wahoo. And this
First time ever pulling the trigger at a Wahoo. Get on this side of me, hold the tail. We gotta get it out of the water. Get behind it.
Oh my God.
Hold it up as high as you
Clayton. Woo!
can. You don't realize what you just did. Ninth inning at the World Series. You're a pinch hitter and you just hit a grand slam, buddy. Get up there and grab this thing by the tail.
Oh my God.
This is the fish of a lifetime. Literally.
Oh my God.
Just keep filming.
I am.
Drag him in. Careful with that loaded gun right there.
Wow. Oh my God. A nice shot. Ooh. Holy crap. Texas, baby. Yeehaw.
Bro, you don't realize what you just did.
What?
First time ever whitetail hunting,
Yeah.
you shot a 15-point buck.
Oh my God. Dude, this is the biggest Wahoo I've ever seen.
That might be 70. He's over 60 conservatively all day.
Look at that freaking head. Oh my God. I cannot get over this.
Oh yeah, bro. You don't realize what just happened.
Oh my God.
All right, let's get a couple photos while he's still greenish.
I turn this thing off?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God. Like, I don't think you can comprehend.
Dude.
Clayton has never even seen a Wahoo in the water.
Nope.
Until about
second one I've ever
20
seen.
minutes ago. We'll be back. My hands are all wet. So we started in the shallows. Literally we're looking for anything to shoot and it was not happening. Came out to the deep, made an audible, and 2 hours in. Just the severity of the situation is real. This is a fish of a lifetime for an avid diver, and it's the first Wahoo Clayton's ever shot at.
First
Wow.
trigger
We're
pull.
gonna see if he's gonna fit in here. Well, that's a problem.
That's a good problem to have, though.
We're gonna get this thing iced and we'll check back in. We're gonna see if lightning will strike twice and get Madeline on her first. That was awesome.
So, just unbelievable. Like if you're a diver, have ever hunted Wahoo, you know how incredible that is, or the odds of that happening. I can't say it enough. I've repeated myself a bunch in the video, but truly amazing. Anyways, me and Madeline hop in. We drifted for about 10 minutes. It was late in the afternoon. We wanted to do one more short one, try and get Madeline her first. She's never even actually shot at a Wahoo. I think she's seen one in the water, but she does a great job. These fish come in. They're not really sold on us because they have already seen us. And you can see she's kind of pursuing them, but not really charging the fish. And it actually turns around, comes back, and gives her a broadside. She's having a little trouble managing her gun here, which is not uncommon. She's not used to handling a gun this big. And she takes a shot. Just barely went over the fish, but she'll be back. Kind of a heartbreak to see. It would have been really incredible to have both of them plug their first. But she'll definitely be back. And stay tuned. We flay this giant fish up and make some dinner with it.
What was that? Did you see that?
Something chasing Zach's baits. We are out of here. Started out in the shallows, ended up in the deep. Thank God we saw those Wahoo because we'd had one lobster for the entire day, but we're done. We got plenty to eat. It's getting late. We're headed back. We will see you there. I'm gonna have to put this thing on a scale. It's giant. I'm guessing
mid to high 60s. So get the tail to me, accessible. Hopefully 3 tie wraps will work. We're gonna pull this thing out. I've had two Wahoo in the boat over 70. I don't know if it's in the 70s, but this one's really fat, a little shorter and fatter. Definitely in the 60s. If I had to guess, I'd have to guess 66.
I'm gonna go for 69.
We're gonna go. We're leaving the hook there. We're going to zip ties the hook.
How's that? What do you need to do?
Grab the head or something. Because once this thing comes up, it's gonna. All right, ready?
Yep.
2, 3. Oh.
Settle. Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, let the boat. You gotta mount it. 70's like unheard of.
Oh my god.
That is it. Come stand by your fish, man. Clayton doesn't understand the severity of the situation. For those of you out here who have tried to spear a Wahoo, have spent lots of time doing it. I have guys that have been out with me 10 times and never even seen one. This is the first one Clayton's ever tried for, and the first one that ever swam by. It does not happen. There it is. 70 pounds, baby.
I said 70. Oh, it says 71. Oh.
We're rocking. It's 70. Regardless, over 70 is amazing.
I said 72.
You went over. Price is Right rules.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm 69.
Ah, Clayton won.
Damn it.
So I'm gonna let this fish ice overnight. It's kind of late. I like, as you know, I like fish to rest properly. So we're gonna ice it overnight. We'll fillet it tomorrow, and I'm gonna show you this because this is not a fish you get to watch get filleted very often. So we'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty, so we let this thing ice overnight. Like I said, huge fan, especially of sashimi grade fish, of icing overnight. I'm not gonna show you this whole fillet job because this is gonna take me a second, but I've showed you guys this in the past. I like to steak them personally. I feel like I can get it off a little neater, especially on a big fish. Straight through to the spine, back over the backside, and then out. And what we're actually going to be using on this fish for the recipe that I'm going to do is all this belly meat. So once I get to that point, I'll check back in with you and show you what exactly it is I'm taking. That meat's like bleach white. I don't know that I've ever seen one that white. So you can see on these cuts, once I get closer to the head, there's a lot of belly meat there, and that actually holds a lot of fat. So I'm gonna steal one of Will's recipes that he normally does with grouper, and I'm gonna do it with Wahoo belly meat. See if we can boil it down, make a stock, and make some soup out of it. Actually, you know what? We're gonna see what's in this thing's stomach before I flip it. Majority of the Wahoo I spear catch down here don't have anything in their stomach, and this thing is slap full, if I'm being honest with you. I want to get this on the fillets.
Oh, I still tagged you, and I'll put them on business page too. The dibs on bottom.
The heck did he eat? Well, it smells extremely ripe. And by the size of that skull, the skull's that big, so that fish he ate something pretty big. I can't tell what it is.
How much did it weigh? Just over 70. 70?
Pink in color, either a bonita or a tuna. Very, very pink. You can see the meat there, actually. Woo! That smells delightful. Hi there. That is our Wahoo belly. We're pressed on time. We've got dessert reservations later for the girls. So before I even unload, I'm gonna run upstairs, get this broth started, and show you guys what goes into it. All right, so we're gonna start our broth here. Got some onions. I'll be honest, I thought I had more garlic than this, but I think I used it for something else. Some green onions, mirin, Wahoo belly. So I'm gonna get this big old pot going. Can you hold this?
Yep.
Will made a full video on this. I'm not gonna get as in depth.
Yeah.
I will share that. Oh. Dude, I cut the freaking glass right off.
Yeah.
Well,
Sharp ass knife.
We're using that whole thing.
You've been replaced.
I'll put a link for Will's full recipe. Bring that up. And again, this is the Wahoo belly. You can kind of see the little fat flakes there.
I just shut off.
That's
No,
fine.
it's still
on.
Oh.
Rookie.
You can't hit the camera hand.
Sorry.
I don't think we need all of this, to be honest with you.
I guess the fishier the better, right?
Well, the more fat, the better. Save a couple of those for the smoker. Bring that up. Where'd my knife go? More here a little bit. I'm going onions, leaving the skin on. Take the rubber band off. Green onions. Again, I normally use more garlic than that, but I think I used it for the tostada recipe. And then some celery. And all I'm gonna do, let that brown for a couple minutes. Fill it up to here with water. Then we're gonna let that simmer for about an hour and a half-ish. And we'll check back in. And I almost forgot a lot of salt. All right, it's been an hour and a half. Woo!
Give me a little facial.
A little steamy on the screen there. Here, you wanna hold the camera? Looks clear enough. So it's been an hour and a half. Again, I'm gonna put the link for Will's full detailed recipe of this in there, but that looks good. So what else you need? We've got lo mein noodles. These I'm not really a fan of. They make some thinner versions, but we're having trouble getting everything down here in Key West, so that's all they have. They're wide lo mein. We use the thinner ones, and essentially, what I'm gonna do now is kind of strain through all this. I'm not gonna show you the whole thing. Eventually I'm gonna run this entire batch of goodies through the strainer, but just to get dinner going, we're all starving. I'm gonna run some scoops through here, get this strained out in a separate pot, and I'm gonna boil the lo mein noodles in there. And then we're gonna put all this together. I'll show you what it comes out to look like. All right, so we've assembled these. Wahoo belly, fish broth. We've got lo mein noodles. We are gonna do cilantro. I'm only gonna build one of these because I kind of want everyone to be able to do their own.
Mine too.
This is gonna be Madeline's. So we've got cilantro, some green onions.
Extra of those.
Extra green onions. She's gonna get lime that she's allowed to squeeze. You want Wahoo or Yellow Jack? We top this with some type of raw fish normally. You want Yellow Jack?
Yeah. Well, maybe do a little half and half. Okay, whichever one you want to do.
I only cut up that much Yellow Jack because earlier you said you didn't want any.
Well, I just want a little sample.
Oh, okay. So we've got Yellow Jack and some Wahoo. And that is going to be cooked a little bit by the broth. Squeeze a lime. You want sriracha?
Yes, please.
And there you are. And it is going to be a few minutes before this is cool enough to eat. So we're not going to taste test. I feel like this episode may have been a little messy. If it jumped around, I do apologize. I do want to say congratulations to my friend Clayton.
You!
For those of you who are not avid divers and have never tried to spear Wahoo, I have had hundreds of Wahoo speared on my boat. 3 have been over 70 pounds. There's a club of spearfishermen or women that I call the 1%ers, and those are the people who shoot the first Wahoo they ever shoot at. And Clayton invented a new club called the .0001%ers that their first Wahoo they ever shoot at is over 70 pounds. Never been done on my boat. That's absolutely amazing. But all in all, a lot of fun. I do appreciate you guys watching. I have some crazy weather moving in tomorrow, Monday. Or no, wait, what's today?
Friday.
Saturday. It's going to be blowing 30 knots for a week. So I'm going to do my best to get next Monday's episode up or recorded or whatever it may be. If there's anything you guys want to see on land, let me know. Rigs, how-tos, gear reviews, whatnot. Let me know. But other than that, thanks so much for your time, and I will see you on the next one. Later.